Hey guys, you'll notice my paper is kind of written on. I had just almost finished recording this video and my computer ran out of batteries and I had to start now all over, but I still want to use these same problems. Okay, so now we're going to look at calculating slope with the slope formula, but take our points from tables. So we have a table here with x values on top and y values on bottom. Any sets of x, y here are points. So we have four different points that we would be able to choose from. I'm choosing the first two because they have lower numbers, and I always think, why not do the math with lower numbers? That's easier. So just the same way when we did it with graphs, I'm going to write my slope formula first. I mean, this is the same thing. We're just getting our points from different places. I decided I'd call that point 1, point 2. Any of these could be point 1 and point 2, but I just chose to do that one. So I have a point 1 and a point 2. My point 1 is at 0, 5, and my point 2 is at 1, 5.5. If this is point 1, then this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug those numbers into the slope formula. I have y2, 5.5, take away 5 over 1, take away 0. I know that 5.5 take away 5 is 0.5. 1 take away 0, that's easy. That's 1. 0.5 divided by 1 is 0.5. My slope is 0.5, or 1/2. Now, something I want to call your attention to is when you're finding slope, what you're finding is every time x goes up by 1, how much does y go up by? So the more y goes up every time x goes up by 1, the steeper your slope is going to be. That's a bigger number. So every time x goes up by 1, and it is going up by 1, here it goes 0, 1, 2, 3. Y is going up by 0.5. It goes 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. So it's going up by 0.5 every time x goes up by 1. That's why your slope is 0.5, because your slope tells you every time x goes up by 1, how much is y changing by. All right, I got another great one for you. Same thing, we have an XY table that they gave us x values on top, y values on bottom. I just chose the first 2 points because they have lower numbers. Write out my slope formula. I'm going to find a point 1 and a point 2. And earlier I had decided this would be point 1, point 2. Doesn't matter. I could have used any of these. So point 1 is 322. Point 2 is 862. Point 1 always has x1, y1. Point 2 always has x2, y2. So when I plug those numbers in, my y2, 62 minus 22. x2 minus x1, 8 minus 3. 62 take away 22 is 40 over 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. So every time x would go up by 1 here, but it's not, it's going up by 5 here. So really it's going up by 40. Every time this goes up by 5, this goes up by 40. If x was going up by 1, this would be 1/5 of that. 40, a fifth of 40 is 8. Same thing we did in the other video where we're just plugging 2 points into the slope formula, getting that slope. Right, then now we have one that kind of applies to a real life situation. we're going to have the cost for some songs being purchased. Okay. So the table shows the relationship between the number of songs Alicia has purchased and the cost of her purchase. Find the rate of change or slope. Again, I just took the first 2 points. I said this was X and this is Y because X is your independent variable. Y is your dependent. So the cost depends on how many you buy. It's not the other way around, that the number of songs you buy depends on the cost. The cost of it depends on how many songs you buy. So I'm going to have a 0.1, 0.2. I already chose those when I was making this video before. I have $2.3.27, and I have $5.6.24, which you can't see. Okay, there we go. This is going to be X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Take those numbers, put them in the slope formula. So we have Y2 minus Y1. $6.24 take away $3.27 over 5 take away 2. All right. Well, at least I know that 5 take away 2 is 3. Let me grab my calculator really quick to do 624. 6.24 take away 3.27. That's 297. Now I already kind of know what that's going to divide without a calculator, because that's almost $3 divided by 3. That's almost $1. I think it's going to be 99 cents per song. And it is. Every song she buys is 99 cents. Now there must be some amount she has to pay before she pays 99 cents a song, because this, when she gets 2 songs, it's $3.27, and it should be $1.98. So she must be paying some kind of like upfront fee to be able to buy the songs. One last one, and then we will be done with this video. Here, the table shows the distance that Andy and his friends have left on the road trip based on the number of hours they have driven. Find the rate of change or slope. So here they've driven 1, 3, 5, 7 hours. This is a long road trip. After driving 1 hour, they still had 360 miles to go. After driving 3 hours, they still had 240 miles to go. After 5 hours, they still had 120. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a negative slope because as X increases, Y is decreasing. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm going to scoot you up. All right, slope formula. You guys have this memorized yet? I should think that you've seen it enough times. Okay, I got a 0.1, 0.2. I just took the first 2 points again to keep my math easy. So my first point is 1,360. And my second point is 3,240. That's X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Put them in. I'm going to have 240 take away 360. And I'm going to have 3 take away 1. All right. 240 minus 360. That is going to be negative 120 over 2. Which is going to be equal to negative 60. If you take negative 120. So this is telling me every 1 hour they drive, there's 60 miles less left on their road trip. So they're going 60 miles an hour, but the reason that this is negative is you're saying how many miles do they have left? And the further they drive, the amount they have left is going down by 60. So every 1 hour, it goes down 60 miles. All right. Thanks, guys.